Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Monday morning, and this is Monday Morning Mindset. This is Monday Fun Day. And so, what is mindset and why does it matter? So, mindset is a combination of your thoughts and your feelings that impress into your subconscious that affect your actions and your attitude and everything you do, every decision that you make all day long. And so, it is one of the most important things that you can do is to pay attention to your mindset and choose what mindset that you want to have and that what you want your day to look like and to have. And so our oil this week is the oil of Di-gize. And so I'm not sure if you've ever considered the fragrance of the oil of Di-gize as one that is going to help you have a good mindset. But friends, let me tell you, it does. So the aroma of Di-gize, we use it all the time for so many different things, and yet it's so important. Di-gize. Take that deep inhalation. So good. Hold at the peak of your breath. And as you do this, I'm not going to rub it on my face, but I am rubbing it on my arms. So as you do this, notice how the fragrance changes as you take the deep inhalation, hold it at the peak of your breath, gently blow out, and then repeat that and just simply sit with the fragrance. Notice the difference that it makes. And how the fragrance changes. So Di-gize, the fragrance of Di-gize helps us with, I'm going to call it disillusionment. What kind of illusions do you have? Let me call it that, say it that way. We often get so disillusioned with life, with our situation, and we only see it like you can't see past the end of your nose. We sometimes use that expression, and we lose the perspective of the bigger picture, and we get disillusioned by life. We get disillusioned by experiences, by the imaginings that we have that are false. Well, awesome. I see some people hopping on here live with me. Great to have you with me this morning. I can see Gina. I can see Darlene. Wonderful. Very happy to have you with me live. Beautiful. And so I have a story that goes along with this feeling of disillusionment that we get so mixed up in. Rather than seeing things from a beautiful perspective, we get stuck on the negative and the problems or the complications, or we start thinking that our life gets so small because we have such a closed in picture of what it is, and we get so taken up with the negative in our immediate environment. And so I want you to really listen to this story. And this is supposed to be a true story. I don't know the people or the situation, but it was recorded as a true story. And so this is what was written. A doctor entered the hospital room in a hurry after being called in for an urgent surgery. He had answered the emergency call, quickly changed his clothes, and went directly to the surgery block. He found a boy's father pacing the hall. On seeing the doctor, the dad who was extremely agitated, yelled at the doctor, and he said, "Why did you take so long to come? Don't you know that my son's life is in danger? Don't you have any sense of your responsibility as a doctor?" The doctor swallowed hard. Keeping his composure, he quietly said, "I am sorry, I wasn't in the hospital when the call came, and I came as fast as I could after receiving the emergency call. And now I'll ask you to calm down so that I can do my work." "Calm down," the angry father said. "What if your son was in this room right now waiting for surgery? Would you calm down? If your own son died, what would you do?" "This is my son," the father said angrily. The doctor took a deep breath and continued to keep his composure, and he quietly said, "If it was my son, I would say what Job said in the holy book, from dust we come and to dust we return. Blessed be the name of God. Doctors cannot prolong lives. So go on and intercede for your son, and we will do our best as doctors by God's grace. The angry father replied, giving advice is when you're not concerned sure is easy. And he muttered and he walked away. The surgery took several hours, and after the doctor came out of the operating room, he said to the father, thank goodness your son is saved. And if you have any questions, please ask the nurse. And without waiting a moment, he turned on his heel and he walked away very quickly. The father was relieved that his son was okay, and yet continued to be extremely upset with the doctor. Muttering to himself, he said, why is he so arrogant? He couldn't wait for a few minutes so that I could ask about my son's state. And then he seen the father seen the nurse down the hall a few minutes later after the doctor had left, and he angrily came up to the nurse, and the nurse immediately burst into tears. Of course, the father anticipated the worst and said, what happened? And and she said, the doctor's son died yesterday in a road accident. He was at the burial when he was called here for your son's surgery. Disillusionment. So how does this apply to the inhalation of Di-gize and the feeling of disillusionment? Sometimes we just get so taken up with our own situation and the things that are going on in our own life that we think there's nothing else. And we forget that other people also have lives, and we make all these judgments and rash ways that we respond and comment and treat other people because we're disillusioned with life, and we think that it only exists in our own little world. What if we could let go of that disillusion and just accept that everything is happening for a reason, and that life is on purpose, and we could get a different perspective, and we could have the perspective of looking at life and at our life situation from, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this experience? What good could come from this that I don't even know in this moment? And then we could act out of purpose and passion rather than disillusion. Think about these things as you go into your day, into your week. Use your Di-gize to change your perspective and have the most amazing week ever. Bye for now.